I never imagined my own story could lead to a police report, especially not when filed by the man I love, who now insists it was all a mistake. My boyfriend, 24M, called the police over my book's content, but now he wants me to believe it was a mistake. How do we move past this? I, 24F, have been working on my book trilogy for years, since I was 16. The book is actually how I met my boyfriend, John, 24M. We met at a writing class 3 years ago and hit it off. John went to university for journalism and creative writing, but isn't working in either field. I never intended to make money from my works, but I do. It's not my main profession, though. Context out of the way, here's where things get weird. I asked John if he could read certain chapters and give notes on things to change or adapt. My usual beta reader was unavailable. Without giving too much away, the main character, MC, gets kidnapped and experimented on. It was written to be grotesque and horrifying, and I told John this before he started reading. He said he'd be fine. Well, I found out he made a call to the local police department because the description sounded too real, and there was non-consensual stuff in the chapter. To be clear, this was not sexual assault. The experimentation itself was non-consensual for the MC. He didn't tell me he made the call. I found out because an officer came to my door the next morning for a welfare check. I was humiliated. I explained everything immediately. They checked the house, found nothing, and eventually apologized for the confusion. When I confronted John, he apologized and tried to say the story got in his head. He said it was a mistake and that I should understand how someone could get worried given the content. He wants me to just drop it. I'm so fucking embarrassed and honestly really creeped out. My writing is dark, but I've been publishing for years, and he's read my material before. This was honestly not even the darkest, most fucked up thing I've written. I don't know if this is something we can work through or if this is a sign of a deeper issue. I genuinely can't imagine why he'd call the cops if he was so disturbed, but then stay at my place and be all lovey-cuddly. Could this be an honest-to-God mistake? And how do we move forward? Edit. When I say he made a mistake, I'm referring to calling the police as a misjudgment on his end, not that he literally didn't intend to call the police. When a partner's mistake involves calling the police on your life's creative work, can that trust ever be rebuilt? What would you do if your passion became a police report?